Hello guys and welcome back to Easy English with me. My name is as always Matt and I'm really happy and excited to see you today guys. And today we have another requested video by one of you, by one of our subscribers. Thank you for this idea, thank you for the topic of the video. And this video is going to be about formal and informal speech. So if you guys are interested, just keep watching, leave a like, and we're going to start a bit later. Now I want to talk to you guys, ones that left comments for me down under my videos. So if I haven't posted videos about your topic, about your comment, don't worry guys, I'm gonna do that later. Especially if I said like, yes, okay, I'm going to take that for my next videos. Then I'm going to do that for sure, but a bit later, because I have like a line of videos. I have a lot of videos to film. So right now I'm having like 6 to 8 videos in my schedule and I just can't mess them up. I can't take your video before my other videos because schedule, mess it up, it's not good. So I'm going to make your video, I'm going to post it, upload it, but a bit later, like a month or a bit more. So guys, don't hesitate. If you have more ideas, leave comments down below. Your videos are going to be uploaded. And now let's start our video about formal and informal speech. And first of all, folks, I want to talk to you about formal and informal speech like in general. So you have like a general idea what they are and if you need to know what they are or not. Well, probably you're gonna need to know what they are if you're planning to go to a native speaking country or even if you're not going but you need English for some reason. Because formal speech used for a lot of situations in your life, like talking to strangers, talking to your boss, talking to the doctor, talking to some seller. So you need to use formal speech, you need to be very polite. And you use informal speech when you talk to your family, when you talk to your friends, like close people of yours. So guys, you need to be able to distinguish them if you want to be fluent and advanced in English. So yeah guys, the general things, the general opinions about informal and formal speech. The informal speech, as I said before, is used when you talk to your friends, family and close people. And formal speech used when you're talking to some strangers, to your boss, to the doctor, or like people you don't really know and you're not close with them. So in informal speech, you're going to use contractions. What the contractions are, I have a video about contractions, so you can check that video out and know a lot of contractions. But if you don't really want to check another video, then contractions are just the words that you make shorter to make your speech faster. Like, I am not, you would say, I ain't, or he is not, he isn't. This is, there is not a contraction for this is, but there is contraction for that is. We say that's, right? And so on. So contractions are just like shorter words or connection of 2 or more words to make your speech faster and shorter. So you wouldn't say that in the formal speech, like, I ain't buying this. It means I'm not buying this. In formal speech, you're going to say, I will not buy it. So I ain't buying it. I will not buy it, thank you. Or in informal speech, you could use words that don't really exist because like you are making them up with your friends and everybody knows, everybody understands in the circle of your friends. But other people don't know those words, so you're just going to sound weird, strange, and people won't want to talk to you. Also, you wouldn't say to your boss like, how you doing, how is it going, and so on. You would say like more politely, more formal, how have you been, boss? Is everything okay? Are you okay? Are you all good? And so on. So those are kind of formal and polite ways to ask. But these like, how you doing, what's up, that's just for your family and friends. Also, folks, we have such things as relative clauses and relative pronouns. And I know they sound insane, hard and complicated, but if you see and hear some examples, that's going to be a bit easier for you guys. So the relative clauses are sentences or phrases that using some object or some person to describe something else, right? They're making like a relationship between an object or person and some other description. They're just like connecting them. So let's see in an example, because that description didn't really help, did it? So guys, let's say I saw a girl that I met at the supermarket. Or we can say it a bit differently. I saw a girl whom I met at the supermarket. So whom and that are relative pronouns. So they are just connecting two parts of the sentence, right? I saw a girl that or whom I met at the supermarket. They are explaining which girl I met at the supermarket and which girl I saw today, right? Because they could be different people. And in the formal speech, you would use this relative pronoun. So the relative pronoun is that and whom. You would use them in formal speech, right? If you're talking to your boss or if you're writing some text message, you would say, I saw a girl that or whom I met at the supermarket. But in informal speech, you would not use them. You would just say, I saw a girl I met at the supermarket. This is the girl I met at the supermarket. That's the girl I saw at the supermarket, and so on. So you're just not explaining. It's kind of obvious. You don't need to say, that's the girl that I met at the supermarket. This is the guy whom I saw yesterday. No, this is the guy I saw yesterday. That's the girl I met at the supermarket. And now, guys, let's take a look at some different examples of formal and informal speech. And first, let's have such a long sentence as, we went to Italy last week or last weekend, and now we have a lot to tell you. One more time. We went to Italy last weekend, and now we have a lot to tell you. So we have no contractions, no any shortened words, and nothing like your special words that only you know. Those words are full, those words are correct, and everything's cool. What would we say in informal speech? We would say, went to Italy last weekend, have a lot to tell ya. So, one more time. Went to Italy last week. No, we went to Italy. And now we are replacing with have a lot to tell ya. We're not saying and now we have a lot to tell you. We're saying have a lot to tell ya. And ya is the short and slang version of the word you. So sometimes in informal and only informal situations, you can replace you with ya. Now let's take a look at such words as can, might, and may. So they have kind of similar translations. They are kind of similar to each other, and all of them basically mean can. So can you do it? May you do it? Might you do it? But the word can is like for neutral situations. It's kind of for formal and informal at the same time. And at the same time, we have words may and might, and they are for formal situations. So if you want to sound formal and polite, you'd better use might and may. May you help me? Might you do this? And so on. If you're saying, can you do this? Can you help me? That's still polite and still like formal, but at the same time, it can be used in informal situations. Just for formal, we have may and might. Now, guys, let's take a look at such situations when you want something, like you want something to buy or to get something. So we have formal and informal situations again. So in formal situations, you would say, can I please get that? Or can you please help me get that thing? Or could you get me that? Could I have this? And so on. Like at the restaurant, you could say, can I have pasta and coffee, please? Or could I have this soup and tea? And so on. And usually you're going to say please and thank you all the time. So being polite is the main thing in formal speech. And in informal speech, when you're like in the circle of your friends or family, you would just say, give me that, pass me that, or you can say please, of course, too. Can you please pass me that? Can you please give me that? And then you're going to say thanks, thanks man, thanks bro, thanks mom, and so on. But in formal things, you would say thank you. Just thank you is going to be enough. Or you can say thank you, sir, thank you, ma'am, right? Thanks, man, thank you, ma'am. Also, if you're working at the restaurant, you're not saying, what do you want? Your friends can tell you, what do you want? Do you want this? Do you want this? No, at the restaurant, they asking you, what would you like? Would you like coffee or would you like tea? So would you like and what do you want? What would you like? What do you want? See the difference? And now, guys, to conclude, we're going to talk about formal and informal speech in general again. I think you got the main point that in formal speech, we have to just basically be polite all the time. Use such words as would, might, please, and thank you. And in informal speech, you can use them too, but that's not necessary. You can say whatever you think. You don't have to think a lot about your saying. You can even swear. You can say bad words such as F and B word. Maybe we have some other bad words, but I don't remember them right now. And definitely never ever use them in formal speech. Never swear in formal speech. So this is basically really simple, guys. Here you have to be polite and think what you're saying. And here, well, you can be polite, you can be not really polite, and you don't really have to think a lot. You can just be yourself and say everything that comes to your head. And that's all for our today's video lesson, guys. I'm not sure if it was helpful and useful for you because this is not my strong side, but I really hope that I explained enough that you can get it now. And thank you for watching, guys. Come over to my channel more, watch my videos, leave likes, and of course subscribe. And I'll see you soon, guys. Bye bye.